What's up, you guys? So you might not be able to see me too well. If you don't know, this is another nighttime video. I'm kind of thinking that maybe like DC stuff will be only for nighttime. Maybe I should just put it over here. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's actually how I started my first ever video. If you didn't know, it was on my bedside at my old house. But yeah, so I might do that because I've been actually getting back into DC recently, and don't like be like, why are you getting back into DC? Marvel is like the biggest thing right now. Well, for me, it's like there's a certain point when you're into a certain topic or into a certain hobby or something. Sometimes you do too much, and you're like, I need to do something different. I would say I have actually gotten quite deep into DC already. So today I listened to the full story of Red Hood and the Outlaws. That was an awesome story. If you don't know, Nightwing and Red Hood are my favorite DC characters. And then if you were to say a girl, it would probably be Batgirl or Starfire. So, I found... Oh yeah, by the way, if you see like a big bump on my arm, I think you can. Yeah, you can. Try to ignore it as much as possible because that is a big, excuse my language, ass mosquito bite. It's just mosquito. Like a mosquito got into the house and bit me twice. There's one on my stomach, but it was like a tiny itty bitty one. You probably won't be able to see it, and you don't see my stomach anyway. So, but sorry, I was thinking of a cringy moment for some reason. But so got into that, and kind of went back into Nightwing. And so, if you don't know, Young Justice was kind of my intro into the DC world. Like, I always knew who Batman was. I always knew who Superman was. Like, I was just like so into Marvel. Actually, for years I was into Marvel, and I just didn't really ever get into DC, so I only knew, I mean, my favorite character was still DC, DC, yeah, my favorite character was the entirety of DC Comics now, Nightwing, but I didn't know about Red Hood yet, I knew about Batgirl, but we'll get, so, Young Justice, if you don't know, Dick Grayson leads a team of young superheroes, sidekicks, whatever, kind of like a like a bigger version of the Teen Titans, and it has people. The original cast was like Dick Grayson as Robin, then there was Aqualad, Kid Flash, Artemis. Is that it? I don't know, but it's also not the same Artemis as the Artemis, as in the Amazonian. So, correct me if I'm wrong, if that is supposed to be her, and they just have a different version of her, or if there is like two different versions of Artemis, because I don't know. And then I mainly know them from the season 2 though. So, Dick Grayson was Nightwing, Tim Drake was Robin. I think that was Tim Drake. I believe it was Tim Drake. They still had there's Superboy. They were one of the, they had Miss Martian, they had, like, people like Lagoon Boy, they had, Kid Flash, they had Impulse. I think, actually, Kid Flash was killed, I think, in season 2. Yeah, he was in the finale. And so, that kind of became the reason why Nightwing was my favorite character, because I always thought he was just so cool. And then Batgirl, I always grew up knowing that Batgirl and Dick Grayson were a thing. So, therefore, that's why I know that better, but now it's more of Nightwing and Starfire, which I'm okay with, because, like, that was kind of the whole Teen Titans thing, but, I mean, he goes off and on between them, but we're not focusing on that. See, if you don't know, I actually had a rough time recently. I won't tell you out of the privacy of just because it's more personal, and also because it's with my friends. Some I have mentioned, but some I haven't, and it's more of a personal matter. So, for their sake and for mine, I'm not gonna talk about it. But I was like sad. If you didn't know, like in recent videos, I was kind of sad. I was down. I didn't upload much recently. Not that I upload too much, anyways. But like, even then, I would still at least like upload pretty often. So that was making me sad, and today I finally got out of that. Like, I finally manned up, did something, and then, because it sounds weird because I'm not telling you guys about any of this, and yeah, I'm happy now. You see that? That's not a ghost or anything. That's all the dust in my room. It's so dusty up here. Like, I don't know if there's any dust on here. No, there isn't. Well, actually, there is over here. But, as I was saying, that became the reason why he was, like, kind of my favorite character, and my Batgirl was, like, my favorite female character. And then I go deep and deep and deep and deep and deep into DC, and I discover the person known as Red Hood, and that there was more Robins than I thought there was. And then I discover all of that, and then I think, like, almost as soon as that ended, I kind of got back into Star Wars, and then Marvel. Just a lot of Marvel. And I didn't really get too much back into DC, I think, until, like, last year. And I wasn't even into DC that much last year in the first place. No, or was it 2017? I got back into DC for, like, a quick second. But the reason why I'm telling you this, so, one, I want to watch season 3 of Young Justice because it is part of my childhood. And also they have the Teen Titans show. I know people have mixed feelings on that, but I personally think it's cool. So, then there's the reason why I'm telling you all this, because there's a line out there called DC's Essential, and I actually thought it was like that thing that was, I don't know if it's made by the same people, by Mattel, and it isn't. It's actually a lot better. It's basically the DC version of Marvel Legends. Sure, they don't have a lot of new bucks for anybody. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. You don't need to see my foot, but I have to itch my leg. So, and I discovered the Nightwing figure on there, and it's $20. And I have $20 with my dad's. So, I'm thinking, maybe I get him, and maybe he'll be my first DC figure. Same with, there's Red Hood. He's only up for pre-order right now, but eventually I can get him too. And they also have Batgirl. So, if you want to know, like, the full thing of DC figures that I want, it's those three, Starfire, and then the rest of the Bat family. I just really like the Bat family, so, I mean, a lot of people are, so I'm going to try to get all of the Bat family, like Damian Wayne Robin, Red Robin, if they ever make. I'm a cat. Yeah, that's my cat. If you want to know, my cat is outside my door right now. Not outside, but this is my room. It's just outside my door. It's still inside. We don't have outside cats. So, what was I saying? Red Robin, Damian Wayne Robin, Batman, of course, Batman Beyond, and then the other Batgirl. The one with red hair, who's going to have a show on TV now, which I might watch. But that's who I want. And then, if anything, the entirety of Teen Titans. That's all I gotta say. Marvel Legends wise, nothing's really changed. I just have to say, nothing's really changed from Marvel Legends. I still want the same figures. I still hope to see Endgame Wave 2 and Far From Home Wave. Haven't seen those, so, I mean, my priorities for those, you know. And then, I mean, if anything, if I see Spider-Man Noir, and then there's that new X-Men, there's those 2 new X-Men waves, and I want that Nightcrawler. Just looks so cool, man. It's gonna be hard to find, but it looks so cool. I attempted to try to convince my mom today, because we went to the store for a brief moment to try to get, like, Forge or the Endgame Wave, not the Endgame Wave, the Endgame exclusive cap, or Worthy cap, but whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about me doing some DC figs, because I would like to do some. Although with Nightwing, the figure I've actually saw a review, figure is good, but the batons are like really, really tiny. So that's gonna be disappointing, but whatever. I can still work with them. I could probably just still work with him without his batons, because he doesn't always use those. And then, yeah, I think Batgirl comes with Batarangs. So, yeah. So let me know what you think. If you like the idea that I'm kind of changing it up a bit, because, you know, I need to. And if you like the idea that I want to do a little bit more DC, let me know. And if you still like my Marvel content, I'm not going to quit that. I'm still going to probably be my main thing. It's going to be Marvel Legends. Now, this all depends on one thing. When I come back here for my dad's this weekend with my $20, and I'm hoping to go to the Bismarck Walmart, if I see a Marvel Legend that I really like there, I'm probably going to get it. So I'm hoping, I'm also thinking maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just bring the $20 over, get my mom the money, and we can get that Nightwing. So, and then of course there's the Washington trip coming up, but yeah. So I'm definitely myself. So let's promote. If you hear anything playing in the background, I turned it down really low. It's the TV. I always have the TV on at night because it gives me a little bit extra noise, because it's really quiet up here if you don't have anything on. Even with me watching YouTube, it gets really quiet. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. And I'm also making this video because tomorrow I have a super long day of swimming, because we have to make up time for a day. I'm going to be staying there till like 6:45. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.